Where do I even fucking begin? Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Glamcia, and for those who have not followed my channel already, I am usually a content creator that does makeup. But today I wanted to go a different route simply because there's so many things that's going on in the world right now, and not for nothing, I'm highly upset about this. And I feel like this is something that a lot of people with a platform need to feel the need to, or should feel the need to express how important a person's life is. And this is the reason why. So before I begin, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, or check out my other videos if you'd like to as well. But let's get started to what I wanted to say. So, number one, I feel as if there is too much greed within the world right now. And let me explain why. Coronavirus has been something that's been going on for a while now. But what a lot of people are not understanding is that, yes, we are stuck home, but there's so many things still going on in the world. And I feel as if we are not protected as citizens, which we should be. And that is a great issue that we are battling through right now. And not that we've been battling through that right now, because it's been like this since the beginning of time. We are not speaking out about this exactly how we should be speaking out about this. A lot of people don't realize that when they have a social media platform, it should be their right as a person to express how they feel about so many situations that are going on right now, as I will do now. So, as we all know, in Minneapolis, there are riots going on right now, right? And there are people dying, there are people getting sprayed with water. And for me, it sounds very repetitive as to something that has happened way before, if you don't remember what we learned in history classes, or if you have lived through it, if you are an older viewer, which is okay. But it's not something that's new to us. Now, this is the issue with this situation. We are not handling this correctly. The people that have this type of platform choose to involve themselves and make it seem as it's something that they're doing that's beneficial for them and not beneficial for other people. And this is my issue with that. People need to realize that we are all in this world together. And corruption, greed, and money decided to take over so much platforms that have to involve us. And we are letting all of these things overpower how we should look at the world. This is where I get upset. I have siblings, and my sister is black as hell. Well, she's not black as hell, but she's a morenita, so she goes to a predominantly white school because of the area that I live in. Now, my fear is that one day she is walking home from school because she's a high schooler and she walks home alone. She gets stopped on her way home because sometimes she doesn't walk home by herself. She walks home with her two other African American friends. And what if one day she gets stopped because she comes out of a store and one of the people in the store decides to say that she robbed the store? Now, how convenient would that be for anybody that is of black descendants? How convenient? Because it doesn't sound very convenient to me. Number two, I have a younger brother that's even younger than my sister. One day we got a call from his school saying that there were threats of a child that wanted to shoot up the school. Now, as I said, we live in a predominantly white neighborhood. So how convenient would it be for my younger brother to go to school and have a scare of a student that wants to shoot up the school? Now, when I had confronted my younger brother about this, he told me that there was people that found a list, a hit list from this student saying that this student was going to kill these people. So here is my concern. Why is it that there's not a lot of people speaking about this? Why is it that there's so many people that need to die before we realize that there is corruption in all of these things? Why is it that me as a Latin American woman, or anybody else of any Native American descendants, of any African American descendants, not even that, Arab or Muslim descendants, feel like they need to walk around with a target on their back because they are who they are, they believe in what they believe in, and they are the skin color that they are? That to me it doesn't sit right. It really does not sit right. Because why is it that there are people that aim to be protectors when they are older, and then when they are protectors, they decide to harm other people? That just, in my heart, that doesn't sit right. Why is it that there is a child in kindergarten right now sitting at home, not in their kindergarten class because, you know, we have this epidemic right now. But why is it that there is a child who was asked what they wanted to be when they grew older, and they say a policeman? Why is it that that's something that should be feared now? And now that child that wanted to be a policeman sees these things on the news about policemen, and now they feel like they can't go down that route because this is what the badge means. Do you know what I mean? Are you following? You following? Because I can't, like if you're watching this and there is like anger in your heart because of everything that's going on, I feel like this is not the time for anybody to not say anything. I feel like enough is enough. And there's been so many years which people have been held as slaves and nothing is being done, because not for nothing, we're still being slaved to the community that we belong to, if you really think about it. And this is a problem that not a lot of people are looking at or listening to. Like, I saw a video that I'm definitely going to place here. I'm just gonna let you guys watch it because I felt very, very upset with this video.
Like a black person, like an African American, like a nice person, and then there's the niggers. I can't fucking stand those kind of black people. They should all fucking burn in hell, and their Black Lives Matter, and fucking cry themselves to sleep, because the only reason why they're here is because we fucking transported them because they are fucking our slaves. They should still be our slaves. Rub my feet, nigger. That's your job.
What in the Lord Jesus Christ's name? What the F? What the fudge? I can't even, my brain can't, no words. I have no words. Like, there's really people here feeling the need to say, like, okay, I am a city girl. I grew up in the Bronx, and I feel angry. I grew up in the Bronx, and in my high school and my middle school, every single morning, there was always that loud girl that was ratchet, eating her Takis or whatever, you know, flaming hot Cheetos. Eating empanadas after school in the corner. Eating empanadas in the school at the corner, yelling at everybody like, oh my God, I don't know why you talking to me like that. And I understand, you know, why some people will look at them and be like, that's black trash. Oh, that's that nigger behavior. Because, you know, not for nothing, there's people like that in the world. And that's fine. If that's who you are, then that is who you are. There's no shame about it, because that is the way that you are. Feel me? But I feel like there's so many educated African American people out here that would definitely differ from what it is that people understand within that understanding. And my brain feels like, I don't know, I feel like I went through too many anger management sessions to feel like I could rag somebody that would ever refer. And I be telling my sister, like, no funny, if one of these white kids ever refer to you as that little black bitch, I swear on my mother's grave, I will rag a child from the front of the school all the way down to, like, I don't know, like, a few blocks, but you get the picture. I'm angry as hell. Why is it that after all these years, you still feel the need to make yourself look like you have a higher stance than what I do, or what my sister would, or my father would, or my older brother would, simply because you have a skin that's lighter than our skin color? Because baby girl, let me tell you something. If you are with a dark descendants in your bloodline, whether you are from Africa, the continent, because Africa is a big continent and there is both white and blacks in Africa. If you are Ethiopian, if you have any type of pigmentation to your skin, you are a goddess. And this is not me trashing white people, because I have met some of the nicest white people in my life. And not everybody's the same. You can't treat everybody like you would treat, you can't be ignorant towards so many situations and people. But I just feel like, to those people who trash other people because of their skin color, when they have done nothing to offend you, why do you exist? And I'm sorry for being so harsh. It's just the hard truth. Like, there is no need for your hatred to impact everybody else's life. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. And this is just from me to you, whoever is watching this. If you feel the need to hate what I'm saying because this goes against what you feel, by all means, I could care less. I just feel like you guys need to realize that is not going to get anybody anywhere. Just because you have your words and you think that you're better than me because of your skin complexion, and I need to bow down to you to make you feel like you're better than me at any given point, you are ridiculous. Definitely ridiculous. And it's sad. It's really sad. The fact that there's not one person that has a skin color that is beyond what I have here, that can walk outside of their house and feel safe. That is beyond me. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. My older brother is even darker than what my sister is, and he's a FedEx worker. What if one day he goes to work and he forgets his FedEx jacket, or it's really hot outside, or he needs to do laundry and he don't have his FedEx stuff on, and there's a cop that sees him inside of his truck and sees him knocking on somebody's door leaving a package, and they think that they're stealing the package? Why? I can't. The point that I'm trying to make here is, a lot of people need to speak up to the situation, because this is not something that's new. This is not something that hasn't been going on for a while, because it has been going on for a really, really long time. But people need to realize that there's more of us and more of them. And honestly speaking, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of people that feel like, and this is just my analogy and solution to this issue, a lot of people that feel like this is an issue, why not join the law enforcement? Why not? Me as a person that fears all of these things, why shouldn't I join the law enforcement? And try to be within the community and actually protect, because there's bad cops. There's really, really bad cops. There's so many cops that are corrupted, so many people that are trying to put down this stigma of other cops that are bad, which I understand, because there's a lot of cops out there that would actually give their life for a civilian, which is the correct thing to do. If you're giving an oath in order to become a cop, you should be willing to risk your life for a civilian. Honestly, if you're a cop and you're doing it just for the guns and all of that, then no. And that is another issue. A lot of people in America are giving this privilege out to people that are not mentally stable and are not analyzing the fact that that person can hurt somebody else unintentionally, whether it's a grown man or a child or a grown woman too, because women are oppressed as well. And I don't know. There's just so many things that I feel like I want to talk about, and it just doesn't flow out of me as much as I wish it would. But I can't. And I even had like bullet points that I had put out and wrote before I even started this video, and I just derailed so much because I can't. And I'm so angry and appalled at the fact that there's so many people that are being so ignorant about this and that are not caring about what's going on right now. Like, you need to realize that this could be you. There's nothing more guaranteed in your life but death. There isn't. Everybody is born, and the only thing that's guaranteed in your life is your death date, because eventually you are going to die, and it all depends on the way that you die. That matters. There's people that peacefully die, and there's people that die from force or for the hand of somebody else, unintentionally or from anger, and that is not right at all. There's no way in hell that there is another human being that should take another person's life because they feel like they are threatened by them, because that is not the way. Violence does not solve anything at all. There's people protesting right now, peacefully protesting, sitting in streets with banners, and there's people spraying them with water like has been done before, because like I said, this ain't the first rodeo. This has happened before. But there's people really out here sitting in streets just to prove a point that we stand together, and there's people spraying them down with water, harming them. That is not right. That's not the right way to go, and it should never be the right way to go. And at the end of the day, like I said, if whoever wants to take this the wrong way, you definitely can. I'm not holding you to it. I just feel like, as a person who is a Latin American, that is a person of color and belongs to family that are people of color, this is not right. I have way too many people in my life that I value that are within these guidelines for me to feel like I need to lose one of them for somebody to riot over it, because it shouldn't be like that. I shouldn't feel like there's more people, or anybody should feel like there's more people that need to keep passing away or for the arms of somebody who should be a law enforcer. I can't. And that's really what I wanted to talk about. There's like so many things that a lot of people are letting get away from their hands in these times, and there's not much being done about it. There's elections coming up. People need to pay attention. When I was growing up and I was in my high school classes, my middle school classes, all of that, a lot of my teachers taught me that the presidents, they can make laws, they can pass laws, but the presidents are mostly for show, because they have people behind them that pass way more things than people know of. You need to listen to your laws. You need to study your laws. You need to educate yourself, because the more you know, the less power people have over you. The more you feed to your brain, the less people can tear you down. Because not for nothing, if you are a woman of color, a man of color, and you're looking at this and you see what's going on, you need to remember that if you get stopped one day by the cops, they will definitely have no mercy over you. Most definitely not. Whether it's for a tinted window or because one of your lights are broken, they're gonna find some type of way to get you out of the car and get you arrested for no apparent reason. No apparent reason. And what is the best remedy to have for that? Know your rights. Know that you have the right to your lawyer. Know that you have the right to not speak to anybody about anything that's going on within yourself. There's no way that you should do any of that. You don't have to roll your window down all the way to speak to a cop. And you have more than enough rights to know exactly why they're pulling you over and why they are talking to you in the first place. And if there's anything that's more than that, please ask somebody to record it and let them know how hostile people got with you, because you decided to not speak unless you are spoken about why is it that you're being stopped, or why is it that there's aggression being pulled to you. I'm angry, girl. I'm angry. Whew, because you are not safe. You're definitely not safe, and nobody is safe. Whether you are a person of color, whether you are an Arab, whether you are a native, whether you are a Hispanic, whatever it may be, they will always see you as the enemy, because in their law, you already don't line up with their constitution. To them, you are illegal. To them, you are the suspect. To them, you are what's harming our neighborhood and their neighborhood. They don't see that it's them harming their own neighborhood. They see that it's you. And so people understand that people will always see you as the bad person. It will always be like that. Because honestly, the fact that all of these higher people have more greed to them will always put them at a higher stance, and they will always have the say, and you definitely won't. But with all of that being said, guys, that was my rant, and I feel like there's way more that I wanted to say. I wanted to tell my interpretation of what is going on in this situation, and like I said throughout the video, whoever sees this can take it as whatever they want to take it. I just feel like we need to educate ourselves as individuals. We need to educate ourselves as people who are Hispanic, of color, whatever, that goes against what they feel. And if you are a white person, and I'm sorry to say like this, because I'm really not about that, you know, calling people out for things like that, whatever. If you are a person who is white and you see this video and you feel like you have love for your community and you have love for your people and you have love for somebody who is colored, then stand up for them as much as you can. Contribute into your community, encourage other people to be educated, help other people, because we need it. Guys, that is it. That was my ranting video. If you guys want to check out any of my other content, you can see it. Go to my channel, subscribe to my channel if you are new and you haven't seen anything that I have done. And I'll be back on Tuesday with another video.